Funny thing actually, I was going through my notes the other day and realized I've tested over 40 different crypto platforms in the past couple of years alone. 40. And most of them honestly weren't worth the time, but every once in a while something comes along that actually makes me stop and think, okay, this is interesting. Mining platforms specifically have been taking up a lot of that headspace lately because I feel like most people in the space are sleeping on just how much the underlying infrastructure has evolved. So this platform right here, I didn't just decide to cover it this week. I've been quietly running it in the background for a couple of weeks now, just building up enough real data to actually have something worth saying. And then at the end, I want to share some stuff about staying safe out here, because honestly, that part of the conversation is long overdue. Okay, page is up. I'm going ahead and clicking launch right here, and there we go, dashboard is loaded. So this is essentially home base. Everything I need to run, monitor, and manage a session is sitting right here on this screen. First move is picking a token, and I want to actually draw attention to this for a second. It's built on multi-chain, which means I've got 14 different assets sitting right here to choose from. That's a genuinely wide selection, and it means I'm not boxed into working with just whatever the platform feels like supporting. Okay, token is set. Now I'm moving into the data center power configuration. So what I'm doing here is essentially deciding how aggressively the session is going to run, how deep the resource commitment goes, how much computing capacity gets pulled in, and what kind of output I'm going to be working with by the end. All right, everything looks right to me. Pressing start now. Okay, session is running. The console has everything up in front of me right now: elapsed time, my session progress, my unique identifier for this run, and a live log panel that I find useful to keep an eye on because it tells me in real time exactly what the system is doing. So I'm going to give this a few minutes to run, and then I'll walk through what the whole withdrawal process actually involves. All right, so a few minutes have gone by, and I'm going ahead and ending the session now. Okay, pop-up is right here, session is done, and it's showing me the exact token output from this run. That's the number we're dealing with. So to withdraw these out, the first thing I need to do is add in my receiving address for Bitcoin I had running. Let me handle that right now. Okay, next up is the infrastructure fee. So that's the platform's charge for everything that just ran, and it gets worked out from the configuration I set up plus the total session time. Completely straightforward. And this is something I think is worth pointing out. I've got complete flexibility over which token I use to settle this. I can just go with whatever happens to be most practical for me. There's also a wallet connect option if I'd rather just handle it automatically in a single step, but I'm going manual just so every part of the process is laid out clearly. Good, everything is filled out, clicking I have sent right here, and now it's just sitting in processing, should clear pretty quickly. And while that's moving, okay, good, because I've been wanting to get to this part. But before I get into the scam awareness side of things, I want to take just a moment to explain what cloud mining actually is for anyone here who's newer to this. The concept is pretty straightforward. Instead of buying physical mining hardware, setting it all up, running it in your house, and dealing with the electricity bill and the noise and the maintenance, you're basically renting computing power from a data center that handles all of that for you. You log in, you configure session, the infrastructure does the work on their end, and the output lands in wallet. That's the whole model. No hardware, no technical complexity, and no ongoing maintenance. And because the barrier to entry is so low on the user side, the space naturally attracts a lot of people who are trying to take advantage of that. So I'll just be straight about it. I've been scammed before, and I think it's worth saying that because I don't want anyone watching to feel like experience automatically protects you from this. It genuinely doesn't. Similar projects know exactly how to look the part, and they're not hiding anywhere. And the thing that makes it an ongoing problem rather than a solved one is that this whole industry just runs at a pace that doesn't really allow for much breathing room. Something new is always getting traction, something else is always being talked about, and that constant momentum creates this underlying pressure where stopping to be careful starts to feel like falling behind. Bad actors build specifically around that psychology. So first thing I always look at is the project itself, how it actually presents when I land on it. Fake projects almost always show their hand in the design. Something about the page just gives off this feeling of being put together fast, like the goal was to create a first impression rather than to actually build something. The layout feels slightly off. Things don't quite sit right. There's this overall quality of something that was designed to look credible from a distance rather than hold up under any real scrutiny. A platform that was genuinely built to last just carries a different kind of weight when you land on it. And the more you look at these things, the faster that distinction becomes obvious. And the one thing I will always say every single time, no matter what, move your funds into a wallet you hold the keys to and do it before you find a reason to wait. That habit alone has quietly protected me more times than I'll probably ever fully know. Okay, so bringing it all together. I've been testing this project seriously for a few weeks now, more than 25 sessions, worked through basically the full asset list, pushed it from different angles to see where something might not hold up. And honestly, every single time, everything landed exactly the way it was supposed to. Clean results, no friction, nothing that gave me pause at any point throughout. So if this is something you want to check out yourself, link is in the description. I've also got it pinned in the comments. Appreciate you watching.